I'm really pleased today to welcome David Waldman to the 2020 AOM Fellows class. David, congratulations. It's a long time coming, but incredibly well-deserved. Now, David Waldman reaches around corners, leaps over boundaries, and works on really important research questions that are almost always cross-disciplinary. And I frequently hear in our evaluation meetings, even yesterday, when we're judging faculty, it's very, very risky to publish across different boundaries in our top journals. I understand that comment, and I also consider my research, but that's not David's way. In fact, David has done some of the best cross-disciplinary research in our field, oftentimes bringing 2 or 3 or more disciplines together to answer one research question. And he's done that for almost 4 decades. Soon after we met at SUNY Binghamton in the 1980s, David and I set off on a journey to examine a simple question. Was older better in terms of work performance? Was it worse or the same to younger workers? That work led to the publication of a meta-analysis that was widely cited. And the bottom line conclusion was older is oftentimes better in terms of older workers. So maybe it was a long-term strategy for all of us. And in a public declaration of those findings in USA Today, right next to a picture of Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, and their horse Trigger, it said, older is better. And then went on to summarize our findings. David has published some of the best cross-disciplinary research work in our field in every top journal. And he consistently does that over the years. And in fact, I would say that David's trajectory of his work performance is very reflective of what we wrote about in that article. His scholarly output isn't flattening, it's not declining. In fact, it continues to increase every year straight into 2020 and beyond. So David, for that work, that cross-disciplinary work, the impact you've had on the field, and being, in my view, one of the fairest colleagues I've ever worked with in every sense, in terms of your work ethic, in terms of how you work with others, in terms of the ideas you bring, and your openness to new ideas and new disciplines. I want to congratulate you. But there's probably one thing that many of you don't know about David, and this may be a first for AOM Fellows. David may be the first AOM fellow that can bench over 400 pounds. And David's probably going to correct me on that and say, come on, I was above that. And he'd be able to tell you which date and probably what time and what gym he was in. But he is really, truly an extraordinary person that is actually metaphorically and substantively been carrying the weight in our field on cross-disciplinary research and scholarly impact for his entire career. So David, congratulations. Welcome aboard. It's great to have you with us.